Hey, and welcome to Trackside Tea, the podcast that proves you don't need a degree in aerodynamics to enjoy Formula One. Now, there was no Grand Prix at the weekend, so today I'm catching up with things that you've commented on, and also I'm doing that pod splainer I've been wanting to do. We're tackling something that seems simple, but is weirdly confusing. F1 tyres. Yep, those big, round, black things everybody yells about on race day. So let's get into this. What's the deal with tyres in F1 and why does it matter? What are these tyre colours all about? First off, Pirelli makes all the tyres in F1. No other brands, just Pirelli. Every team, every car, they're all the same. There are 6 different compounds of basic tyre, which is basically the makeup of the tyre, plus intermediates and full wet tyres. Each team is supplied with 3 of the basic tyres, which is decided before the race, based on weather and track conditions mainly. Now, each tyre has a colour stripe on it. Red, yellow, white, green and blue. Each one has a different use, I suppose is a reasonable way of putting it. Different weathers need different tyre types. So let's work through the days. A normal dry race weekend. Now a dry one, you'd have red, yellow and white. Red is the soft tyre, the fastest but wears out quickly. Yellow, medium tyre. It's balanced, not too fast, not too slow. White, hard tyre. Slower, but it does last a lot longer. So basically, it's speed versus durability trade-off. Soft is your sprinter, hard is your marathon runner, and medium is your steady jogger. But what about the wet races? Rain? Chaos, like in Silverstone this year. But I also seem to remember Belgium was horrendous last year. We had a friend sat on one of the hills in the pouring rain. Poor Headley. So cue the wet tyres. Green, intermediate. Light rain with a damp track. Blue is full wet. Heavy rain, big puddles, chaos mode fully on. You'll hear commentators say things like, they've gone to Inters, and now you can nod along like we totally get it. But of course we actually do get it now, so that's not too bad. What are the tyre rules? Okay, so the FIA, which is basically the F1 rule bosses, says that in dry races, drivers must use 2 different tyre types during the race. That's why you'll hear things like mandatory pit stop. So, if they start on mediums, they'll have to switch to either soft or hard at some point. They can obviously change more than that, but they have to use at least 2 different types. No exceptions. Unless it rains. And basically in a wet race, the rules go out the window and the teams can do pretty much whatever they want. How do teams decide what to use? This is where strategy comes in, like a game of chess but at 200 miles an hour. Want to start fast? You go for softs. Want to run long and avoid traffic? Hard tyres are the ones to go for. Trying to split the difference? Go for mediums. Weather, track temperature, how grippy the surface is, all of that factors in. It's why sometimes drivers complain about being on the wrong tyre, because it really can make or break a race. As much as the crew can help, it is only the driver that can feel how the tyres are when he's driving. Any fun tyre drama? Absolutely. F1 and tyre drama go hand in hand together, like tea and biscuits. Back in the day, teams used to explode tyres from pushing too hard. Or there are the moments when everyone goes on Inters too soon and ends up sliding around like Bambi's on ice. But based on what I said before, and the driver being the best judge sometimes, Nico Hülkenberg proved that at Silverstone with his podium win, and he got there by ignoring his crew and staying on the tyres he was on when they told him to change, because he just felt right, and then changing them when they told him not to. Perfect for him, and all down to the tyres. Tyres aren't just rubber, they are drama. And now you get the drama too. So what have we learned? So next time you hear softs, inters, or they're struggling for grip, you'll know it's all about tyre choice. And when a driver pits early or late, that's strategy, baby. Remember, you don't need to know tyre pressure or wear percentages to enjoy the race, but now you've got enough tyre tea to feel in the know. So, what have you all been chatting about? I asked a couple of questions this week on my stories on Instagram. 1. Who was your driver of the day at Silverstone? Not including Lando, as he is a given having won it. 2. Who do you think created the most drama at Silverstone? So for number 1, we did have a couple of Landos. I'm assuming a few people didn't actually listen to my story, they just read the question, which is fine, very cool. Thank you for joining in anyway. But without a doubt, Nico Hulkenberg won the day for everyone else, and it was well deserved. And the drama creators? We only seem to have two options crop up. It seems we have Oscar Piastri's penalty, which was a little bit of drama, I have to say, and the rain. The rain was definitely the best drama maker of the day, with slippy ground and a few spins. And now you know what tyres they should have been on. That's it for Trackside Tea today. Catch you next time for another Natterpod splainer. One more week off and it's back to the Belgian Grand Prix. Don't forget to follow and slide into our DMs with your questions and answers at Trackside Tea with Rebecca on Instagram and at Trackside Tea on YouTube.